Now, Iran's deputy foreign minister says issues related to the country's defense programs are non-negotiable.
Issues related to defensive affairs of the Islamic Republic of Iran are absolutely non-negotiable. We will no way allow anyone to include topics other than the nuclear issue, especially matters related to our defensive affairs, in the talks.
Referring to Iran's ongoing talks with the P5+1, Abbas Araghchi described negotiations on Iran's defense programs as a red line. Araghchi says the talks between Tehran and the P5+1 are limited to Iran's nuclear energy program and other issues will not be discussed. The comments come after U.S. Undersecretary of State Wendy Sherman told lawmakers last week that Iran's production of ballistic missiles must be addressed as part of a comprehensive agreement on Tehran's nuclear energy program. Well, joining us now is Shahram Vahdani, political commentator from Vancouver via Skype. Many thanks for joining us here on Press TV, Mr. Vahdani. Now, Iran has made it clear that it will not be discussing any other issues apart from its nuclear energy program. Yet, why do you see the U.S. trying to bring in other issues like that of defense?
Iranian government are right. The assertion that they only talk about nuclear issue in these meetings. However, you have to realize, Israeli lobby AIPAC lost 2 times in recent months. One, they tried to sabotage the interim negotiation. They lost it. The deal was made. Then they tried to push the sanction against Iran, and they lost that one. And sanction now is off the table in U.S. Senate and Houses. So what they're doing is trying to invoke some kind of loophole that they see, which is absolutely absurd, and pushing U.S. to go toward the direction which they know Iran going to oppose that, and this way they're going to sabotage the deal between U.S. and Iran. And the under the Defense Secretary mentioned that in her hearing, she said that if Iran, we deal with Iran nuclear weapon, ballistic missile, it would be irrelevant to that situation. And Iran has every right to acquire the defense that they see fit for their country.
Okay, and very quickly, if you can, Mr. Vahdani, we've also seen John Kerry use military threats against Iran time and again. He did so recently as well. But considering that it's not only the U.S. Iran is negotiating with, it's the 5 permanent members of the UN Security Council plus Germany. Do you think there's enough political will on the part of other players here to subdue the U.S. and come up with a comprehensive solution?
I'm very hopeful that they would do that, because as it stands right now, the other powers see U.S. as obstacle, not Iran anymore. For years, U.S. had convinced the world power that Iranians don't want to negotiate. Now that Iran is on the table and they accept their term of agreement, if U.S. backs up and try to sabotage this, the other power would not go with U.S. And they know that. U.S. administration knows that.
Okay.
John Kerry uses this rhetoric for the domestic consumption.
Okay, that was Shahram Vahdani, political commentator. They're joining us from Vancouver. Mr. Vahdani, it was a pleasure having you with us here on Press TV.